All right, welcome everyone to TheHours Live. I'm Lawrence, and today we have the Cathartes team on the call. We're going to chat a bit about Cathartes. We're going to check out TheHours and the current auction that's going on, maybe review some of the previous auctions, and ultimately invite the Cathartes team to place their own bids for the current auction. If you all are joining from the Cathartes audience, TheHours is a collaborative art project that evolves over time. There's a recurring auction every hour, and each hour you get to place a bid, which will basically determine what art gets added onto the canvas. It's been running for a couple days now, and it will run for about a week, a little bit more than a week. That when it ends actually depends kind of on a random chance element to make it more exciting. But yeah, that's TheHours. And right off the bat, I'll hand it off to the Cathartes team to introduce themselves.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Thanks, Lawrence, for having us. It's an honor to be participating in this. We are huge fans of your work, as you already know. So yeah, we're really happy to participate. I'm founding father, the co-founder of Cathartes. I'm actually like a lawyer and a public policy analyst in my real life. But
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I analyze laws and draft laws in Ukraine. Yeah, but I've been working and doing different stuff around Web3 and crypto for about 18 months now. I worked with a couple of projects. I also work now with the Narif Network. That's a blockchain infrastructure startup. And I've been an art appreciator throughout my whole life. Essentially, and for the last probably 5 months, together with Sergey, who is on a call with us, we've been working hard on Cathartes, and it's finally gonna launch in the end of March. Can't wait, to be honest. Yeah, that's probably all from my side on the introduction.
Hey guys, yeah, nice to be here. Thank you for having us. Shortly about me, I'm mostly like 12 plus years in game industry doing some games or apps. By this time through a lot of different things like dev part, VFX artist, like animation, 3D, 2D, and so on. And then like 6 years ago, probably find my true passion. It's like PM job, the planning of the project from scratch delivery when you divide it into development milestones, assembling the team for it needs, teach them, work together and so on. So this is actually what I'm doing in our project and in Web3 background, like doing some technical stuff, mostly like node validator and so on. It's like probably a few years ago, and then we decided to build something by our own.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited about Cathartes, and why don't I pull up just the homepage for now so we have something to look at. I'd love to hear from you guys how you came up with this idea. I was following it a little bit before kind of the pre-announce, and I love the inclusion of ordinals into it. But why don't you all share yourselves, like how you came up with this project idea?
Yeah, can I chip in just a bit?
Yeah, sure.
From my perspective, yeah, I love the NFT and stuff, but we want to add some, gamification to interact with the users and so on. And from this point, probably Max will describe it better. But firstly, we want to create something, to build together with everybody, with community and so on. So this is our main point here, probably.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. So we've been playing around the idea of collective creation and ownership of an artwork for a while now. The reason for that is that blockchain technology is exciting in many ways, but the way how it can support collective decentralized ownership is probably one of the best use cases for it out there. So essentially, we were looking at how can we design a project that involves community generated art on one hand, creation of something that cannot be crafted by one, but by a larger group of people, and then such group of people becoming eventually the co-owners of that collective artwork. So yeah, for the last 5 months, we've been developing the tech, and then when the whole ordinal movement started to blow up, we've seen that there was so much, confusion or interest or FOMO, like all these diverse emotions and feelings
Yeah.
flying around. And so that was the moment when we talked to Sam and we were like, okay, this is the context that would make a lot of sense for everything that we've been working on. So essentially, that's how we decided to to use all the tech, and all the ideas and concepts that we had, and to transform it into a very defined project, which is essentially what are we trying to do is, essentially Cathartes is an experiment in collective creation and ownership of an artwork, reflecting the aspirations of the early ordinal community. And essentially by what we're trying to do is, at this early stage of the ordinal space, when people um are not sure how big it gets, what's gonna happen, is it um what could what could be the effects of this whole movement. So what we want to do is document all these emotions, whatever they are, both individual and collective, in the form of art. So yeah,
It's so
that's
exciting. And I feel like
a long.
your project is trying to maybe capture the emotions and the thoughts of, the audience or like the broader community. But I'm curious for you too, what are the emotions that you're feeling, and what do you think is like, how are you feeling about ordinals, and what do you think, how does it compare to NFTs on Ethereum, or what do you what do you think about, is that really what the Bitcoin blockchain is meant for? Like, what are your takes on all of those kind of questions that have been discussed heavily over the past few weeks?
I don't know, man. From
um
my side, it's sorry. Go ahead, man.
yeah,
I
go
will
on,
wait.
go on, go on.
It's awoke a lot of emotion. From my side, it's great. It's a more secure blockchain
Hmm.
for now, so I think it will be great. But in other side, I hope that we chose a different emotion, for our project, not only like 100% positive ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, so for me personally, confusion at first was probably the number one,
Oh yeah.
together with interest, I guess, because as soon as I've read, I think I've seen the Casey Rodamore's tweet like 3 days after it was posted that the Ordinal protocol mainnet is going live and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely interest, definitely confusion, because after as soon as I've learned about, okay, NFTs on Bitcoin sounds fun, it kind of makes Bitcoin relevant again, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Um, so yeah, interest, and a lot of confusion because I tried to, purchase some of the early inscriptions that were out there, and the whole like buying experience is just such a mess. It's getting better day by day, but yeah, confusion is definitely a big one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm still confused about a lot of parts of ordinals, and it's kind of, I'm just thinking now it'll be interesting to see how that pans out in the emotions that you all kind of collect from your audience, because if someone is really angry about ordinals, let's say they think it's like using Bitcoin for the wrong thing, or maybe they're completely confused about it and don't know how it works, then would there be many of those kinds of people contributing to the collection? Like there might be like a skew towards people who are like really excited about it.
Absolutely. That's honestly that's the biggest thing that I like about our project is that we are given the tools for the users to create art, basically reflections that are gonna reflect their minds and aspirations with regard to ordinal movement, but we don't know how it will shape out in the end.
Yeah.
uh, so I'm very like interested in so in checking like every single reflection that is gonna be minted and just trying to grasp what the specific person is feeling towards it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And in the end, when our project design is such that after people mint reflections that are essentially like uh, personalized artworks that represent their minds, right, on chain. So all these reflections are gonna combine and create the collective artwork, which is Cathartes. And that is what I'm very much looking forward to,
But yeah.
because I have no idea how Cathartes will look like. Whether whether it will be filled with optimism or emotion and its color, fear or interest or whatever. It's just gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see how it turns out too. And I think the collective ownership part of it is so powerful, because it's not just that you're creating the art together, but you also like you own it together.
Yeah, that is actually a very important like structural element for us here, because we didn't want just to create the collective artwork, although it's fun and things, but we wanted the co-creators to become the co-owners of it. And thanks to the builders before us, such as the Sarah protocol, which works on fractionalization and
Mm.
collective ownership. This is possible. So when Cathartes mint is gonna be completed, we will inscribe it to Bitcoin blockchain and then put it in a vault on Ethereum using Emblem Vault protocol, and then that vault will be fractionalized into uh, 2,000 pieces into Cath NFTs. These Cath NFTs essentially are going to represent collective ownership over Cathartes. You might say that it's a sort of a governance token, if you may.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the users and the co-creators will be able to control it, the whole artwork. With Cath, they're gonna be able to either like use it as a general PFP, like put it in a gallery, use it as PFP, or list it for sale. But also, if someone wants to buy out the whole collective artwork Cathartes, he or she, that collector, would need Cath to do that. And also, if someone eventually buys out the whole collective artwork, then the holders of Cath NFTs are gonna receive ETH in return. So there will be a lot of fun. I think like the mechanism that we are kind of borrowing from Tessera protocol is gonna add a lot of fun and spice to the whole collective ownership process. I think we have like the potential to set a very interesting precedent for the whole space. So I'm can't wait, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the precedence of just having like having like individuals contribute their own art, and then also, there was one way of looking at it of like, yeah, you're a part of the community, you contributed your piece, so you feel like you're part of something bigger. But it's different when you have like a token that represents that gives you actual like levers that you can pull or real governance decisions to make. And I feel like the more we see like more collaborative art collections, it'd be cool to see more collaborative ownership of those collections. It kind of goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah,
that
guys. Sorry.
after Cathartes, I hope that there will be other projects that are gonna be doing, kind of different stuff. Hopefully inspired by Cathartes, but I think there is so much to explore further, and I think it will be like really fun.
Thanks, Mark. This is actually what I want to say. From other side, guys, it can looks maybe a bit complicated, because we use a different technology and so on. But from other side, for now, we don't have like any good option, to combine everything in one smart contract. We want it for sure. We want to tell everybody, just guys, we have everything here. You can mint it on BTC. We can fractionalize it from the one contract and so on. But because for now it's impossible from my side, as I think, so we do it is the most comfortable ways for users, I think.
I think that's really important because especially, we were talking about like the skew and maybe like you wouldn't want the only people participating being like the hardcore ordinals folks. I think it would be a really cool project for the ordinals community more broadly if it brought in more people who aren't as familiar with it. So making it as easy as possible for users to interact with it is like super important for that.
Yeah, this is the
Exactly.
great point. Yep.
Exactly. Lots of people from ETH communities are like definitely interested in ordinals, but as we've already discussed, it's kind of not as straightforward to get in this niche as it could be. So yeah, what we're trying to do is to, help other communities have a simplified and like comfy access to ordinal space, but like interacting with it mostly on ETH.
Nice. Cool. Well, on the topic of, we're talking about like collective ownership and maybe how that affects how an individual would interact with the art. There's been a couple moments like that with TheHours that I thought have been kind of interesting. If one of you wants to maybe share your screen and open up TheHours website, we can take a look at some of the previous auctions, because I think there are some kind of interesting moments in there.
Actually, I already did. Yeah. Okay, you can start, man. But I already did the great design, with TheHours,
Nice.
and try to submit it, but it's bugging from probably my browser or something. So let Max starts.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I can see your screen now. Let me put it on live.
Should I get here in the gallery?
Let's go to the homepage, and because on the homepage you can rewind and then you can still see some of the previous bids that have been placed. So I guess we can take a look at the current auction real quick. Yeah, that's interesting. We have this really cool geometric effect now. And then Sam, did you say that, are you the green circle or the gray one?
Yeah. I'm a green circle on the top, but it's not working. I will try to do it.
Oh, okay.
Once more.
Maybe it's too small. But yeah, if you go back a couple auctions, you can see what's happened in the past. And one of the things that I was curious to see is like someone might think a certain action is better for the art, but there are other incentives. Typically in NFT collections, people want like the rarest traits. And in TheHours, how that kind of shows up is the rarer the action, the rarer the trait. So, but you can see in this one, for example, like a lot of people bid circles, even though that's not as
Yeah,
rare as changing the background, maybe because they thought that was just something they thought would be better for this particular piece. Or it's possible also in this particular one, maybe one of them was locked just to holders. But I've seen that play out a couple times that in ways that I thought was pretty interesting. So far, it seems like the community that's engaging with it is really interested in just making something that they think looks cool rather than focusing too much on like the rarity and that kind of thing.
yeah, absolutely. Like when I was playing with it, I haven't beat yet, but when I was playing with it in the previous hours, um, I've never even considered like the rarity aspect of it. I was just, I just wanted to create nice aesthetics. That's what, draw is drawing me to it much more than the rarity.
Yeah. Well, that being said, what's your take on the current auction?
Let me go back to it. It's interesting. It's very interesting. It's like, hmm, okay.
Yep, we just got a
So
rectangle and circle options here, so that's the most common set of actions. Um, but surprisingly, a lot you can do with those.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
really cool.
so at the moment we have these
Did
lines
you kind of
and
just cover?
rectangulars.
Is it like a giant circle? Is that what you did? It looks like it's just kind
No,
of painting the whole thing a little.
this one.
The top bid, I think. I don't know if that was Sam's. Maybe you just.
No, 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 it's not mine. Yeah, I
Oh, okay.
played
That's
actually
a.
with Circle, but it's not mine.
I see. I
I'm
see.
waiting for the next.
Yeah, it's probably someone else.
Ooh, I kind of like the tiny circle idea. There's a. Which collection is that I see on Twitter all the time? That's just like the tennis ball. I don't know if you've seen that one. It reminds me of
Yeah,
that.
I've seen it. Not sure about the name though.
Where there's like a tennis ball like just about to cross like going out of bounds in so many different angles.
Yeah. Hmm. It's actually a very satisfying experience itself. I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are like just, playing with the algorithm, trying different stuff, but not beating yet.
Yeah, I hope so.
There,
And I've been posting some of those in Discord. Just I'm not bidding too much, obviously, because it's my collection. But I'll paste some screenshots of like, hey, what if we did this, or what do you think this would look cool? And lots of people respond, and that's also
mm,
really fun for me too. I mean, even if you don't bid, if you just come up with a cool idea, it's really fun to share those.
By the way, man,
yeah,
I need to say something pleasant that I really like your videos, when you like before the start of the project, you made it, how
Thank
you're
you.
working on it and so on. It's really nice, and it's something I have much what to experience, and it's something I don't know, like Web 2 stuff, but it's greatly combined with Web 3 and so on.
Thank you. Yeah,
Really like it.
I had a lot of fun making that. I worked with a really great videographer that I found. I did most of the editing though. I made the music myself too.
Oh my God,
So
great.
I had a lot of fun doing that. And I feel like, overall I'm really, happy with how the hours is going. And I think I'm hoping, over the next week, we can increase the reach of it even more and share it with many more people. But even at its current state, I feel like having that kind of video will make it, nice for in the future. If I want to share with someone this project that I made, I can show them the video. And I think I'll be making like a kind of recap video as well, including some bits from these live streams and kind of showing how it evolved over time and maybe like a little montage, because that will really help it kind of like tell the story after the mint has ended.
Yeah,
oh,
it's actually a great
absolutely,
idea.
absolutely. I can't honestly like choose the the art for my bid.
I like the circle, like where it is kind of intersecting with that line, the curved line of the circle in the background kind of feels like a shadow of like, I don't know. It feels like we're looking at like I'm still thinking of like a tennis court or something. And that there's like a shadow of a big, object there.
Yeah, maybe something like this.
Yeah.
Great design, Max.
Just a moment.
No in rush.
Yeah. And I mean, it goes without saying, I was kind of inspired by the QQL video that Tyler Hobbs made. But that's a really amazing collection that inspired me a lot. And I feel like having a nice video like that, like you said, kind of hopefully blurs the lines a little bit between like, art and blockchain art. Like you could call this blockchain art, I guess, specifically, but hopefully it's just also an interesting art project in general outside of blockchain. It just happens to be using blockchain in an interesting way. So, I was hoping to kind of accomplish that vibe as well, at the risk of, maybe overreaching and maybe overstating how much of an artist I am. But I think this collection and Jackson were very like, I wasn't really doing that much art myself. It was more like creating a tool that can be used. And Cathartes is similar to that, although, obviously there's a lot of art going into it to create like those kind of expressive reflections. But I am looking forward to, after this collection, trying to do some more, collections where there's more of a specific intention or from an art perspective, rather than creating a tool that people can use, just creating a really, expressive collection, like maybe one that could, might find on Art Blocks or GM Studio or something. And that's kind of the next frontier for me, I guess.
That's an interesting frontier.
Yeah. It's a great idea to give users the tool, not just, like final art.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know how it will look at the end.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so much fun, I think. Ooh, I like this. Yeah. It's like the circle is fitting in there really, really
I think
snugly.
I'm almost ready to bid.
Not sure you will play.
Maybe
I'm the next.
I'll beat you in the end as well. I think I'm good to bid.
All right, let's see it.
This is actually my point here. I need to reload the browser.
Oh, is it not letting you bid?
Yeah.
Not at the moment, but it was working before. Weirdly.
That's not good. It's gonna probably make you.
Maybe it's because of the stream, because of video captured your screen.
Maybe,
sometimes it's happening.
Let me try again.
We did have a couple bids come in, so it seems to be working, but maybe the video capture could be messing with it.
It's when you show somebody some video animation or something there on the screen and FPS is like super low. Like,
the live stream is always rough.
Okay, I'm gonna bid again.
Let's go.
Man, nothing popping up. Are you connected on MetaMask?
On Coinbase.
It's possible that maybe there's an issue with Coinbase. I haven't actually tried it because I don't have a Coinbase wallet.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I'm sure it is Coinbase thing because I often have some troubles. I just hate the UX at MetaMask, so I'm trying to avoid it
Yeah, no
as much as
worries.
possible.
Well, it's a shame it's messed up. Maybe it's not a big deal though. I think it's been really fun seeing you create what you would bid.
I'll just right click save it for now.
Yeah, for sure. Right click save. That's
But
always
then I'll bid
the
afterwards
backup.
for sure.
I can
Maybe
continue actually.
Sam, maybe
Yep.
Sam, you could try and play with the algorithm. So I'll just close my screen for now.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll try. Do you see my screen, guys?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Actually,
I see it
everything
there.
is ready.
Nice. So what have you been? Ooh, that's exciting. Right in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah,
Also green. All very green. Okay, nice. There we go.
great UI from MetaMask, guys.
It works.
Yep.
You were able to place it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we'll see. It said you had a pending transaction. Maybe is there like a gas spike going on now or
Hmm.
something?
Yeah.
so I think one of the key takeaways from this call, from
Yeah.
this live stream, is that people don't use Coinbase Wallet. It doesn't allow you to create gen art.
It could be. I'm not sure what. I'll look into it because it could just be that we didn't. I didn't configure it correctly. But maybe Coinbase Wallet also just doesn't have as much support, I guess.
Man, actually, it's great. We thought about doing some similar stuff, on our webpage to interact with these scroll
Yeah,
bars and
I
so
keep
on.
wanting to slide you have the emotions like and the sliders there. I keep
Yeah,
wanting
but
to slide those.
honestly, we understand that it needed only after users tell us, guys, why you don't do it.
Yeah, I feel like
But
when you're
that's great.
making kind of when you guys get closer, maybe do you think you'll offer like a sample output kind of thing where you can preview your reflection before minting it?
We're still thinking about it
Yeah.
because on one
Yeah,
hand, it would be nice to do that, but also the element of surprise and
Yeah.
a bit less of control is also fun.
Yeah.
We're still like debating how
I
to do
think
that.
my take on it, not having thought about it nearly as much as you all would be, some like example outputs would be cool, but maybe not letting
Mm,
people preview theirs exactly because you want it to be kind of a surprise, like what exactly theirs looks like. But I
yeah,
think a lot of people would still want to know roughly like what are the possible outcomes, like maybe showing 3 or 4 like possible different different
that's
outcomes.
actually a very good idea.
yeah. Because from one side, we want to do everything super clear, the user understand what he's doing and so on. But from other hand, if, for example, we can preview it like 100%, then user
Yeah.
can do it because of like art is looking, not because of his emotion and so on.
Yeah. I see you looking
Why
at the
would you guys?
gallery. Which are there any pieces that kind of stand out to you?
Yeah, sure. Like this line is like 100%
Yeah.
the best one, Circle is my crush.
Just people kept going for circle. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
While you guys are talking, I've just made my bid and
Oh.
outbid you, Sam.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
perfect.
End of our friendship.
Hope not.
I like both of yours though. Those are really sweet.
Oh, it's great, Circle Max.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the timing should work. We could maybe just wait until the end of the auction if you all have the time and just to close
Yeah,
it out
sure,
then.
sure.
6 more minutes.
I just hope that Sam doesn't outbid me again. While we talk.
Hmm. This is good idea. 1 second, guys.
It could happen, and that's always the possibility. If you outbid someone with less than 3 minutes left, then it will keep extending it too. So we saw that with some of the earlier ones. I'll go back. The first few hours were really fun. I think people were really excited to mess with it. It's not loading the really old bids right now. But yeah, we saw some of these go back and forth a lot.
I loved the first 2 hours so much.
Yeah.
Like the blue and yellow. It just, I don't know. It just looked great.
Yeah.
And it was so also minimalistic in a way. And although there were like just only 2 touches of the art, at the same time it seemed complete. Like you don't really need anything more.
Uh-oh. You both have been outbid.
What?
0x3 3689. They've been pretty active on the past few. I think they did this rotation that was cool. They lost 38, but tried to do a circle here, which is nice.
I'm wondering who's that. Probably someone who's listening right now. Hello to you.
Could be. Yeah. If
secret.
If you're around, join the Discord and say hi.
I would beat him again. Let's make it a bit funner.
Really?
Fun. Yes.
Oh my god.
I think that's part of the fun with the hours.
Yeah.
Let me try first.
People wanna press that their art is there.
Yeah.
I'll just try something different for now.
My bid is working. Yeah? Yes, great.
When your bid finally went through, was that still with Coinbase, or did you try just using MetaMask?
With Coinbase.
Oh, really? Okay.
With Coinbase.
Well, that makes me feel more like it's their fault then.
100%. I'll try the rectangle now. I'll share my screen. Or you're sharing something.
I'm sharing, but please do. I mean, I'm just trying to do another bit.
Naughty.
And I already did, man.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, I do like this rectangle though.
Great gamification here.
I have their.
Guys, I love it.
Just choose the color. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
I like this rectangle too. I wonder what the best color is for that.
Any ideas?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I wonder what blue would look like. Like a light blue, like a sky blue, maybe something like that.
Like this?
Yeah, maybe make it feel kind of like a pool. It's like a water, something water related.
Nice, actually. You can also try to add some color from existing one on the canvas,
Yeah. Try to match it.
Yeah.
The bead words. There are curved words. There are like all these different words in crypto. Now there will be the hours words.
Yeah. It's funny because you're like competing for who wins, but you're also kind of working together a little bit. Wow, they really want it. They came back, but I like this rectangle where it is now.
Did they outbid me again?
I saw that they did yeah, 0.05.
Yeah,
We'll
my
do
beat
it.
is 0.06 right now.
No worries, man. We'll
Yeah.
do it in seconds.
Sam, if you're doing something that will, please me aesthetically, I might
Uh-huh.
let you win.
Uh-huh. No rectangles, man. Sorry.
I actually
Actually,
like.
sure. Uh-huh. Sorry, sorry.
You want to share the screen?
Yeah, but I will do the same because like it's super low, this
Please do.
circle on the top.
All right, let me load your screen then. Oh, I like that.
It's like we don't add nothing new, just
Yeah.
existing one.
Yeah, it's very reactive, responding to the existing art.
Hmm.
Is this pleasant enough, man?
Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest. Oh, I think there is this guy. He outbid me again with the
Wow.
blue
Oh my
circle.
God. Why my
They
bid is not
really want the blue circle,
playing?
huh?
They do. Yeah,
By
but
the way, guys, sorry.
now we go on.
I just wanna shout out for your previous guest and his collection actually. And
Yeah.
Noise We Trust.
Chain
I
left.
love it. Yep,
Really cool. Yeah.
it's amazing. Sounds, art itself, really cool.
Yeah, it was great. Great having them on the live stream and crafted a nice brown rectangle that is now completely gone from the canvas, but for a brief moment it was really nice there.
Okay. I'm submitting a bid.
Ooh.
What is it, Beatman? It's
Rectangle,
Ooh.
oh,
The yellow
okay.
one
the
now.
It's
orange one.
Nice. I actually like
my
that a lot.
Yeah, for some reason I like it even more than the pink one or the blue one.
Yeah, I feel like it really makes a very new vibe.
Mm.
yeah. Actually, I love it. Don't
Yeah.
want to even overbeat it. You win.
Yeah, I
Really,
think
color is
like
great.
person who tried to beat us before will not give up. I have this feeling.
I don't think they will, yeah. Why don't we can
Imagine,
do this can be our final attempt and we'll see what happens. Otherwise we might go on forever.
yeah.
This is the most fun part though.
Imagine the live stream lasting for like 5 hours and we're like still beating hour 40.
Yeah. Well, I felt like it might have been cool for this project. We were talking before the stream to do like the minutes instead, where this part is the most fun, where it's like getting extended, people are responding to each other, and for 50 minutes in between, not a lot is happening. It would have been interesting to do this project where maybe it's just a 5 minute auction window and maybe it only lasts for a few days, but most of the interaction is just people outbidding each other. And I didn't really realize how important the kind of extension part of it was. And before I launched it, I was kind of just thinking like, should it be 2 minutes? Should it be 3 minutes? Like I hadn't really thought about it that much. Like literally Friday morning, I changed it from 2 minutes to 3 minutes. I was like, I think 3 minutes is better. And that ended up being one of the most important parts of the project because that's just when most of the bids happen, basically, because there's no point to bid like super early.
Yeah, sometimes with these things you never know until you get it out there and you get feedback from real people who actually like try it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
just
guys,
seeing
it's like
like what the
sorry,
oh
sorry.
I got it
oh my
output,
god.
but it is a very similar one. Is this a sign of
It
like respect?
I don't
Like
know.
meaning
It's like a little bit darker though, I think. Or
it
like a little
is
bit more
actually.
higher opacity, I think.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
signs that you need to center it. I mean, the square.
Yeah, it's a little bit more centered too.
Hmm.
Wow. This is we're watching collaborative art in the making right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The thing
great
is that
team.
I actually like the last bit, but I also like have the vibe to outbeat it as well.
I just noticed
So I
this is
think,
a ENS address though. I got confused because the preview, if it's not, is like 7 characters, but it's actually
oh right,
0x3689c.eth. It's a very interesting ENS address.
yeah, I think I like the last bit.
Yeah. I think it
Yeah,
looks pretty good too. It's very, and I feel like you, in a way, you got to leave your mark on this auction without paying for the bid. I mean, you had to pay for gas at least,
that's
but
right. And I actually like this person's bit a bit more because it just covers the whole structure in the middle, which I couldn't do.
yeah. Yeah, I think what they did was so yeah, the resolution is a little bit weird because it's like 400 pixels wide, but I'm using a one solidity byte for it, which is like 255. So it kind of like has to expand it a little bit. So sometimes the lines don't line up exactly, but I think what they did was they just made it wider than the screen, and
Mm,
so it's just kind of cut off by the edges of the canvas. Maybe that's what they did. Very,
I
very
see.
skilled at using the tool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll let this person win this one.
Sounds good. Yeah.
It was an honest fight.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I
Yeah. And
like
I'll
the
still
result.
be in the gallery. I'll be annotating some of these. When you're scrolling through, I'll show a little indicator for ones where it was during a live stream, and you'll also be able to go back in time and see the previous bids. But that way, you'll basically, the fact that this one was crafted in this moment on the stream will be stored on the website, and people can relive that
Mm,
moment.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have the
Yeah,
winner.
yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, we mean the next one or try to win it.
Maybe when this person gives up.
Yeah, just wanna don't wanna broke this great. So
Yeah.
yeah, square.
Yeah. Well, with that, why don't we call it a stream? It was really great having you all on. Thanks so much for playing with the tool and sharing more about Cathartes. Is there anything you all want to add or shout out before we end the stream?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to thank you for inviting us. It was a pleasure talking to you, as always. And congrats on the launch of the hours. I love the project, and I think lots of people share this sentiment as well, as could be seen by more than 10 beats at hour 40. Yeah, great job. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Love it very much. Congrats and see you soon. Hope to talk to you later.
Thanks so much for
100%
joining.
agree with. So sorry, guys. 100% agree with every word. It's great. It's gamified. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining, and I'll talk to you all soon.
Yeah,
Thank you,
bye
man.
bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that's going to call it for the stream today. Thanks everyone for joining. Make sure you check out Cathartes, look at their Discord. I think it's a really cool project, and I'm really rooting for the successful launch for them later this month, I think is what they're aiming for. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next live stream, which I might be able to schedule some for tomorrow, but as of now, the next one planned is on the 14th with a creator named Hypervisor, who launched some really cool collections in the past, one of which is called Entropes. So hopefully we'll have a really cool conversation about what they're working on next and what their impression of the hours has been. I'll see you all then.